Hello, friends, and welcome back. Today I am getting back to the origins of religion. This is part 7. If you have not seen the first 6 episodes, you do not need to. I try to make these so that they can stand on their own, but I would recommend you watching the first 6. Let's go! Religion is passed down from generation to generation through stories retold countless times, child imitation, teenage initiation, and rhythms of everyday life. Dunbar holds that pre-modern humans abandoned the time-consuming ritual of mutual grooming that our cousins in the ape family still hold in favor of culture, including religion. Today there are few egalitarian groups, although this was the norm for much of human history. So what happened to make us hierarchical? Chris Harman contends that this extraordinary event was the Neolithic Revolution, which started in the Middle East about 10,000 years ago. This refers to weaving cloth, breeding cattle, and cultivating crops, all of which contributed to a sedentary lifestyle. Along with technical progress came surplus of supplies that was needed for the construction of monuments and fortifications, elaborate burials for chiefs, and professional religion. However, this coincided with suffering and oppression as seen in the skeletal remains of the time. This also marked the defeat of the female sex and the beginnings of private property in the state. However, Chris Knight holds that the Neolithic Revolution was actually a counter-revolution. So what was the original revolution? According to Knight, this was the human revolution. The primitive communism we see in hunter-gatherer societies had to have a beginning, given what we know about great ape societies. So what was that revolution? Knight holds that it was the human revolution, the beginning of culture, and his book synthesizes ideas for many disciplines. I am actually doing a series on the human revolution, so here I am just going to sum up the points that author Chris Knight makes in his book, Blood Relations, Menstruation, and the Origins of Culture. In this book, he posits that the human revolution was a counter-dominance revolution by females. The females desperately needed the energy inputs from males to supply them and their offspring with food by getting them to hunt and turn over the kills. They did this by exercising power over sexual access. Females achieved this through a system of group marriage, where technically all the males of one clan were married to all the females of another. But intercourse is decided by mutual attraction and courtship. To entice the men to hunt, the females would not allow access to fertile females until the men brought food. This ritual was repeated monthly. This ritual followed lunar cycles. Soon, women started to synchronize their menstruations. At the full moon, men were sent off to hunt. When the men came back, partying, cooking, and copulation occurred. This, Jack Conrad holds, was the beginning of religion. Camilla Power argues that for this ritual, the women would put on red ochre, and thus wherever archaeologists find mined red ochre, the counter-dominant cycle existed. The earliest mined red ochre dates to around 300,000 years ago, before modern humans. We are probably talking about H. heidelbergensis. Tool-making had already been a long tradition at this point, but male rivalry and violence made cooperation impossible. It wasn't until a definite level of social solidarity and trust as accomplished that our ancestors were able to bring about language, egalitarianism, and religion. Hominids were relatively unsuccessful, with numbers ranging from 10,000 to 100,000 individuals, depending on the conditions. Stone tools appeared around 2.5 MYA, and 1.8 MYA hominids started emerging out of Africa. Yet Homo sapiens are the only ones to survive. We might have gone extinct too, had it not been for the grit and determination of our ancestors. The human revolution. Well, friends, we've come to the end of another episode. If you are new here, I hope you enjoyed the content, and if you did, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell next to the subscribe button to be notified of any future uploads I may have. Remember, you can find me on Twitter and Discord. The links are in the description. Also, the link to my source that I used for this show is also in the description. And remember, folks, question everything and never be afraid. Until next time, bye.